All right, guys. Steve Thompson here, Kicks Martial Arts, and of course, I'm doing some filming here today in the studio, getting ready for the online curriculum, making sure that's all ready for this term's material. But hey, we've just heard we're going into lockdown. Not right now on Thursday, so our last class is in the actual school will be Wednesday, and they've said at the moment for a month. Is that the good news or bad news? It's the great news. We can't think negatively. We can't think, oh my God, we're shut down. No, we don't work like that. I certainly don't work like that. We just say, okay, this is the challenge that's put in front of us. What am I going to do to make it work? And there's so many things that can make it work better. Yes, we haven't got the live interaction, so I'll put a big cross there. We haven't got that. But we can definitely have the interaction online. And I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be teaching class. All the time to be posted up later on. But just remember, it's not like one of the things we teach the students, right? And you probably can't quite see this because of the lighting, but the second module of our Character First program is attitude. Is how is your attitude? One person got an attitude of, oh, well, you know, I can't do nothing now, I can't train, or because this lockdown is going to affect X, Y, Z, it's going to affect all these things. Whoa, the life is gone crazy. I totally understand. It's out of our control, and it's one of those things you feel like life at the moment is just so unpredictable. You know, our job situation, different things with life, you know, for sure things are on there. It's easy for me to say, have a great attitude. But guys, trust me, that's what we got to have, because the situation will still be the same if we end up being upset about it, getting mad, getting frustrated. When you finish doing that, you're still going to be in the same position you were. You've just got a headache to compound on it as well. So definitely what I'm what I will be teaching the kids, and I'll be talking to the kids that are on the Zoom calls, of course, because frustration is going to set in, you know. It is going to be a little bit uncertain times where you're certainly not going to get that from me. I'm going to be really, really positive with the classes, the martial art material. Of course, I want to get the martial art material across. I'm going to be giving a lot of feedback to the actual students that's on there. Really try your hardest to train twice a week. So we're going to try to book you in for the actual twice a week, not just turn up maybe every night. If you want to do it every night, of course you can. But I'm trying to get people to book twice a week because it gives some structure to what you're going to do. And then sometimes people say, oh, yeah, but online it's not the same, it's not online. Well, it comes back to the attitude then. If you have an attitude of saying, this is going to work, or what I like to go big, right? Because sometimes you got to go big in life. And I like to think, okay, if you train today and you put everything you got into it, somebody's going to pay you, I don't know, £1 million. They will pay you £1 million, but the condition is you have got to put everything into the lesson and learn something from that lesson that you can then teach somebody else at the end. And if you're able to do that, you can earn that £1 million. Somebody's going to give you. Now, am I going to give you £1 million? I don't know, right? Probably not, right? But having that kind of attitude just makes a person think it's bigger than just doing the class. It's bigger than that. You want to think, no, I don't want to disrupt my training. My training is very, very important to me, but hopefully very important to you as well. Not just that, but the life skills that we're going to be doing as well, talking about the Character First program. Hopefully you want that in your life. And I'm talking now to the kids and the adults. It's not just the kids that sometimes I direct a lot of the stuff of saying, oh, you know, we're a kids specialist school, which of course we are. But the material that I teach are all what I have learned from teaching for many, many years and from taking adult seminars where we teach other adults, all right? So really it's adult material, but I'm a firm believer that the fundamental skills, the skills that having a great attitude, you know, if I go through the skills that are all on here, it's all things that are not because I'm so wonderful, it's things that I've learned, think, oh my God, that totally makes sense to me. Having principles, having a great attitude, having belief in yourself. The actual life skill that we're going to be talking about this time is, we just done goals, so it's skills, it's listening skills. How important is listening skills to anybody? And the material that I'm going to be teaching, again, is not so much being delivered for, oh, it's to teach kids this material. It's wonderful to teach kids this material because I defy you to say, listening isn't important for kids to understand. Of course not. It's so important. I get parents coming in, oh, my child just don't listen to me at home as much as they would like. So they're very important. But it's also meant for adults. That's what it was originally delivered for. Adult skills. I love, some of you guys would know the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. We've studied that book, and studied that material. I've actually got a qualification in teaching that material to teenagers, myself and Master Smith. Got that a few years ago. So I love the material. And again, there's a topic on there which is all about basically listening to people, having great communication skills. So you're going to get that with the training as well. So it's not just the learning the self-defense skills, learning the great front kick, all the material there. It's also the life skills. And then the third component, of course, is our fitness. The class is going to be a great workout, right? Oh, I can't get a workout at home. Of course you can. With an attitude of I can't get a workout at home, you won't get a workout. Whereas if your attitude is, I want that £1,000,000 ride, I want that, or whatever it is, you will have a great workout. So put everything into it. We're going to schedule you 2 classes at home. Really try to attend those. Well, don't really try to attend. Attend those 2 lessons. Give me feedback if something maybe, like we've invested in another camera now. As soon as we heard, we've got another bit of a setup. Got some more material coming in to make this room more light. We've upgraded the lighting in here. Got like a studio because for a month, I'm going to be doing this, all right? My job isn't really going to change. I'm still going to be teaching classes. It just, in some respects, it makes it easier for you guys because you now haven't got to come out your house. You can just do it there. But having that attitude of thinking, my house is very important. My front room, this is where I'm going to train. Oh my God, it's perfect. I love it. You'll have a great class. If you have an attitude, oh, it's not the same. It's not that, yeah, it won't work out very well. And this is more aimed at parents now. For kids, you have got to be in the room with the children when they're doing the training. You can't just leave them to their own devices. I will, of course, be teaching focus and having a great attitude. I'm looking forward to doing the listening skills. We sort of pre-framed it last month as well, but now we're going full into it. But I can't do it without your help and your support. So try to remember that in effect, you were going to the gym. Like if it's a 3/4 hour class, you probably left 1/4 hour before, 1/4 hour to get home after. So like 1.5 to 2 hours maybe you was out the home. Now it's so cool because all you gotta do is set up your computer, get the biggest screen you possibly can and get it in front of your child. But I do need you to be there because sometimes I may ask you to assist a little bit. Little teaching point, no, don't assist unless I ask you to. I know sometimes they might have the wrong leg forward or the other leg forward, whereas if you keep saying, left foot forward, Johnny, right foot forward, it's just a bit of a nightmare, okay? So let me do that bit, because if they're slightly in the wrong stance, it doesn't really matter. We'll get through it, no problem at all. One thing which is going to be key is getting yourself some pads. If you haven't got pads, you can use pillows and stuff like that at home. But if you're going to be training, and if you are training, of course, focus pads are an important part of the training. My father was a professional boxer, and I could back then train once or twice a week in the actual school I was attending. But I did all my training, most of my growth was done at home with my father because of his experience with the fighting and stuff like that. So for sure I learned by martial arts, how to kick, he could kick and do a right kick, stuff like that. He was a boxer, right? So all that ability, of course, got from the school. Karate and kickboxing I got from the school. But practicing, making me the best I could be was done at home with my father. Did we have focus pads? Yes. Focus pads are things that you put on your hands. For the new ones, you probably wouldn't have even seen them at the academy yet because of COVID distancing, where we haven't been able to do pad work, that kind of thing. But what I've thought about is saying, what I was going to do this week was get parents to get their own focus pads and bring them to class, and I was going to get you to actually work with your child. So then we get over mixing people up, sort of thing, like, you know. So that was so cool. I'm probably not going to do it now because of what's happened, but the thought process will be the same. We're going to get a little email out on the pads that we can actually get, and hopefully, we will get them here by Wednesday. So if you do want us to get you a pair, the price will be somewhere, we will get you a pair in. It'll be cheaper than you going direct to the company that we use. You won't have to pay the postage and stuff like that. It just enables us to get them. Why get them? Because it'll make it feel more like training as well when you're at home. Make sure you're in your, hit the microphone then. Make sure you or your child are in your martial arts gi. I'll be in my gi. I won't be doing it in shorts and stuff like that. I'll still be doing it. And even though I'll be doing it in the studio, I think the studio will make it familiar to you guys, so I feel like you're actually in the dojo as well. But your surroundings for sure will be different, right? Okay, get over that. Remember the £1 million we talked about? £1 million is coming for you if you put everything into it and you have an excellent lesson. You put everything into it and make sure you learn something at the end of it. One of two things should happen with every lesson you do. Either you're better at something you already knew or you've learned something new. So we've got to make sure at least one of those things happen in every class you ever do. Hopefully we hit both of them sometimes, right? But most of the time, one of those two, especially I know we're going to have some like 3rd degree black belts online training, right? So it's hard for those guys to learn something new, but to get better at what they already knew, yes. That's what my goal is, of course. That's what instructors' goal is all the time. So, well then guys, so sorry that we're gonna have to close on, our last class is gonna be Wednesday, but I'm so excited to the online classes that we're gonna be providing for you guys, okay? And remember, this term's curriculum is also on our membership site. So the combo is broken down so you can really get used to that as well. If they say we're gonna be open in 4 weeks, let's thumbs up, hopefully that will happen. We'll still do the same grading that we would have done. So people will still be able to earn your belts. Don't think that won't happen. You'll still be able to do that. And if for some reason we're unable to open, who knows what's going to happen, right? But if we're unable, we will do online gradings as well. So learn the material. Don't think, oh, I'll just do this, just something to do. No, imagine you're training at home. So best of luck, guys, and I'll see you in class. Remember, I'm doing this on Monday. So I'll be obviously teaching tonight. So hopefully I'll see you guys the Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of this week, okay? Bye-bye.